What is going on, guys? Today I bring you another video and good news. I actually managed to get the last game of the tournament, which I lost back. I contacted Tume, my opponent for this game, and he was kind enough to give me photos of the score sheet, and I was able to get the game to you guys. And yeah, thank you, Tume. So yeah, this was the last match of Famalicão Open, the ninth round, and I was playing against Tomé Lopes, and yeah, he's a 13. At the time that we played, he was 1348, and I was 1489. And let's see how the game went. I had the black pieces. My opponent started with d4. I went d5, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop e7, bishop f4, knight f6, and c takes d5. And yeah, this is a line in the Queen's Gambit decline. And yeah, here I took with the pawn. Honestly, I never know, or I should say, most of the time I don't know if I should take with the knight and have this position, or if I should take with the pawn. Here I just decided to take with the pawn because, as I said, I don't really fully understand the reason, but yeah, something that I really need to understand better. And yeah, so h3 here by my opponent. Bit of a waiting move, slow move. I just castled. He played knight f3. Guess just h3 to stop bishop g4, but okay. I just go c6. He goes e3, and here I go queen b6, which is already a weird move. Honestly, here I should just go bishop f5. I think that's the most natural move, and I don't know why I didn't go bishop f5. Maybe I was scared of queen b3, but here I could even go queen b6 myself. And really nothing is happening in this position. But yeah, I sort of mixed the order of moves, even though like queen b6 is the second best move, so it's not a bad move by any means, but bishop f5 is just more natural and stronger. Queen b6, and here my opponent, I was just expecting to have this on the board. I would probably just take, honestly, I would just take and play maybe a6. And, have a game. But my opponent played rook c1, and rook c1 is just a bad move because it's just, yeah, it just blunders the b2 pawn, and he can't really punish me with this. He went rook c2 here, and I played queen a3. He went bishop d3. So yeah, he's kind of ahead in development. I can see that. Not by a lot, honest, but he's ahead of development. I played knight a6. Very nice move, threatening knight b4. And here my opponent played queen c1, which loses on the spot. I had a chance to win in pretty much 12 moves. Okay, it's not like mate or anything, but it's like -5. It's just a tactic. And here, if you guys want to find the move, I encourage you to pause the video and try to find the move. And yeah, so the move here that I missed was knight b4. It's very nice that it works this way. I can sort of hang the queen for the moment. You know, my queen is hanging. But yeah, the thing is that it is the best move to take the queen. But after queen takes, there is the absolutely gorgeous knight takes d3 with check. And when the king moves, let's say to d2, I can take the queen now. Takes my knight, and then I go bishop f5 check, and I win the exchange, the rook, and it's just game over pretty much. I still have to convert, but it should be easy. It should be easy. But yeah, I missed that, and I just played queen a5. I didn't want to trade queens, and I wanted to keep pressure on white's position. Here my opponent castled. I played knight b4, winning the bishop pair. And here I played bishop f5, and I really like my position. Just I am fully developed. My pieces are perfect, and I'm up a pawn, and yeah, I'm just feeling good about my position here. He went rook d1, and here I went h6. A bit of a... It's a bad move. h6 is slow. Uh, I mean, maybe I was just trying to stop knight g... I was actually, I think I was just trying to stop knight h4, bishop g6, knight takes g6. Yeah, definitely that's what I was thinking about. But I should have gone with something more aggressive like bishop b4, putting pressure on the knight immediately, and the game would go on. But here I played h6, okay. I'm still better. He went knight e2, rerouting his knight to g3. I took another pawn because he just tanked another pawn, so I was like, okay, I'm up to pawns. I have two passed pawns that will start rolling down the board soon, and I'm feeling good about my position for sure. He went knight g3, I went bishop h7, so yeah, now you kind of see the idea of h6. Just this bishop is just a monster cutting through the whole board. And here he played knight h4, which I didn't see, and it was a very interesting move. It just, at first glance, it just looks like it hangs a piece because of g5, forking the two pieces, but it's not so simple because here he has the annoying knight f5, which, you know, you might say, oh, just take, and then take here and you win a piece. But no, because knight e2 comes, you have to move the king, and probably here pawn takes, and this position is already very weird. You know, we are still up a pawn, but it's not that comfortable because, you know, a pawn storm is coming in the king side. Our king is weird here with no protection, or yes, protection, but it's gonna be pressured like a lot in the future. So of course I didn't go g5. Of course I thought for a long while. I think this was my longest think so far in the game. I was up in the clock by a lot, and here I just had to try to think and to figure out what was the best way to deal with this knight coming to f5, which, you know, pressuring this bishop. It's just annoying. And here I played a knight e4, which I think it's the best move in the engine, so I'm very happy about that, finding knight e4. So basically just putting pressure on the knight on g3, and also putting pressure on the knight on h4, so I'm forcing white to do something about it. He goes knight f5, which is normal, and here I go bishop g5, which is a bad move according to the engine. I just wanted to trade some pieces because I'm up 2 pawns, and you know, the position was kind of weird. But here the engine just says bishop takes f5, and after knight takes f5, I think bishop a3. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't see all of this for sure. I didn't see. So here I just went for bishop g5, which I thought was just simpler, forcing the trade of some pieces. You know, maybe not the bishop, but forcing something. Although yeah, it's kind of forcing the trade of bishops, because if he goes bishop e5, I think I have f6, and after, like, you know, bishop c7 for example, I think I have rook c7. Actually I don't have because of the fork, but probably takes here. Takes? No, rook f7 apparently. But yeah, it's not as simple as it looks like. But yeah, here he took the bishop, I took his bishop, and he played rook d2, attacking my queen. I went back to a5. He went rook b2, activating his rook. Went queen c7, and here he went queen c5. And it's already a bit uncomfortable for me because he's already threatening a nasty tactic here. Let's say in this position I played something like b6, attacking the queen. It's not that good because first of all, he has queen takes c6, which is a wonderful tactic. If I take, he forks me, and let's say I don't do that, but I do something like, I don't know, rook e7. I mean, rook e7 actually works to defend this pawn, this square. So let me think about a worse move to show the tactic that I saw in the game. So a6, let's say a6. He has knight e7 check, and I can't really take because the queen is defending. And after I move my king, he has knight takes d5. I can't recapture because my queen is hanging, and already this position is not wonderful. Let's just say that. So here, after queen c5, I just took the knight to trade more pieces because I'm up 2 pawns, you know. Trade when you're up material. He played knight f5. And here I played queen d7. I mean, I'm allowing this check, but it no longer comes with this threat. So it's all good. He played knight g3, which is kind of weird. But yeah, he's just rerouting his knight, I guess. But yeah, I feel like probably, I don't know, maybe, does this work? Maybe not, because maybe here I have b6. Yeah, I kind of have b6 now, so it doesn't really work that much. But yeah, it's a complicated position, in my opinion. When knight g3, I went rook c8, you know, just adding protection to the c6 square. He went queen c2, I went knight h7, trying to reroute my knight. He went queen f5, and here I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna trade because, bro, as I said, I'm happy with the trades. And here I went rook c7, of course, stopping this threat that would fork my king and my rook. He went rook c1. Here I went rook d6, kind of the same threat of, not the same threat because I'm actually defending this square, but yeah, I just went rook d8 to stop ideas with knight d6, putting pressure on this pawn. He went rook a1, getting some counterplay on my pawns. I went b6, protecting the pawn with the rook. He went rook a2, doubling on the a file, attacking my a7 pawn. I went rook d7, and here he went knight g3, rerouting his knight once again. When knight f6, he went f3 to stop my knight from going into e4. I did the same with g6, stopping his knight from going into f5. And after knight e2, I went king f8, king f2, king e8, rook c1, king d8, and here rook c2, putting double pressure on c6. I went rook d6, protecting my c6 pawn. He went knight c3, and here it's already threatening a lot of stuff. Let's say I just do a move like king c8. Now he has the annoying knight b5, which is an incredible tactic because, you know, I can't really take the pawn. If I take the pawn, I'm screwed because he just takes my rook, and this is lost. This is gonna be lost. This is not good. And if I just I don't know, move one of the rooks, he just takes and wins an exchange. So yeah, I had to stop this threat of knight b5, and so I played a6. He played knight a4. I played knight d7, bringing my knight into the queen side and also protecting the b6 pawn. He attacked the b6 pawn. I played b5, kicking out the knight, and he played knight c5. He took with the pawn, and here I played rook e6. He played rook a2. I played rook a7, and here he played rook a1. And I have no way of protecting the a6 pawn, unfortunately. And here I was already starting to feel a little bit nervous because I just saw my advantage slipping away, and I had to come up with something here to not just lose all my advantage, all my extra pawns. Here I decided to play king c7. I took, he took, and I played king b7, attacking his rook. He played rook b6 check. I played king c7. He played rook a6, and of course I didn't want to repeat. I didn't want to draw, so I played rook e7 here. Here the engine already says that like all my advantages is almost gone, not all gone, but almost all gone, with moves like h4, rook a7 check, g4, yeah. But my opponent played rook a3 here, and I played king b7, which I thought was a nice move. Yeah, king rook a3 wasn't that good. I think even something like probably rook b6 would be better, but the engine doesn't like it because rook e8 and going to infiltrate on the a file, which yeah, I think it was kind of my idea. Honest, this game was played a long time ago, but yeah, I think rook e8, rook e7 is just too. First of all, I mean, why didn't I go like, why didn't I go rook e8 immediately? Oh, because yeah, if he checks me, I lose this pawn, so yeah, that's not good. So that's why I went king rook e7 first. Makes sense. Rook a3, king b7, rook d5, rook d3, excuse me, putting pressure on this pawn and maybe threatening some e4, opening up the position and infiltrating here. I went rook e8, he went rook d4, and here I went with the plan of winning the a file and starting to put some and do some annoying checks on the white king, and also infiltrating with my rook, activating my rook pretty much. Here the e4, and here I play a amazing rook a4, which it's not the best move, it's the second best move, but I think my opponent kind of missed this, just ignoring the threat of ignoring this e4 pawn. Of course I didn't want to take because then comes check, and this is not good. I'm losing this pawn and I don't like that. Although the engine just says it's very nice, it's fine. But yeah, here rook a4 is a very nasty move because he can't really take. There's no way to stop this pawn, and he also can't ignore the rook. Otherwise, I just take its rook. So yeah, kind of nasty. He plays rook a d2, and here I play d4, which is not the best move. Here I could just win a pawn, honestly, with d takes e4. But I sort of didn't like this because of, again, rook d7, let's say king c8, rook takes f7, and here my king is kind of cut off from the rest of the game on the 8th file. And yeah, he has some pressure to keep winning these pawns, but I think even the simple just take this pawn, and after king takes, maybe just rook c4 is enough, because meanwhile he's winning all these pawns. I'm gonna push mine, and yeah, it will be GG in a few moves. But I didn't see this. I thought that d4 was cleaner. Yeah, it's not a bad move, but it's not the best. King e2, king rook c4, king d3, and we trade pawns. And here, critical position. What should black do? I didn't do the best move at all. The best move is just king b6, not letting this king come closer to the position, and probably, I don't know, it's kind of weird because at some point you have to move the rook, right? And you will let the king step into the position. At least that's what I see, and yeah, I don't know. But here I just played check, which is bad, very bad, because now the king comes into the position, king e5. I play b4, he plays king f6, and here I started thinking for a long time, because I thought that maybe I just screwed the game, and maybe I just lost my advantage, and maybe even lost, like, maybe even white is winning, because all of a sudden he's threatening the f7 pawn, and he's got a passed pawn which he will start pushing, and it's not easy at all for me to stop this pawn because the king can't come closer, the rook is cutting the king's return to this side of the board, and also like it's not that easy for my rook to just go behind the pawn. I have to make something happen on the queen side fast. I play b3. As I said, I need something fast. He takes the pawn on f7, and here I played rook c2. Played rook d3, of course he doesn't want to trade, and I play b2. So my pawn is one square away from queening. So yeah, I made something happen quickly. Plays rook b3 here, I play king a4. I didn't really know the difference between king c7 and king a4. I thought that king a4 would be a little bit better because maybe I can harass this rook, in the future. Here he played e5 and I played c5. He plays e6 and I play c4. It's basically a race of pawns. Let's see who promotes faster. Here he moves his rook, of course, to defend the e6 pawn. Although, I was kind of thinking, can he go maybe rook b8 here? I think I was scared of this because he's still watching out for this b2 pawn and he's threatening to promote his e pawn. And I don't know. Does c3 win? Apparently c3 wins because of after e7. Do you have this rook e2 and after promotes, do you take? What if the king takes? If the king takes, I think you can just go c2. And because after takes, just queen. So yeah, I was fine. But in the game, when you're playing, it's kind of scary. And we were both starting to get somewhat low on the clock. I think below like 15 minutes, below 10 minutes. But yeah, this is not what happened. He played rook e3, and here I just promoted the queen. I was like, okay, I'm winning, right? But then e7 comes. I play queen b7, and here I will not be able to stop the pawn. And that's what I concluded. This pawn, after king f8, it is gonna promote. Yeah, no matter what. Because if I try to give checks, it just promotes and the queen to block the check and the rook is defending the queen. So yeah. So here I just played queen c6. And right now, if he doesn't promote, maybe I'm threatening to give a check and to bring his king into a weaker place and kind of annoy him, So he promotes, I take, he takes with a rook, and here I take the pawn on g2. So I'm up one pawn, and it's a very strong passed pawn on the c file. Here he played king g7, I played h5, he played rook e5, cutting off my king, but I decided to bring the king a little bit closer to the c file. He plays f4, I play c3, he plays e3, I play c2, threatening to promote another pawn. He plays rook c3, and I bring my king in. He brings his king in, and here I played king b3, he played rook c7, I played king b2. So here, yeah, I already knew that I was gonna win. There's no way he stops me from promoting to another queen. Rook b7, rook king c1, rook d7, rook g1. And actually, the funny part about all this is that we made all the players and we made all the players and the tournament organizers wait for this game because we were playing for so long, and this is already like move 79, and every game was finished. Sorry. Every game was finished already except our game. And yeah, they were all waiting and watching our game and see what was going on. So it was very nice. I don't feel extra pressure at all when people are watching my game. I think I even play better because I get more excited. Um, but yeah, it was funny that we made the whole tournament wait for us to finish the game. He played h4 here, and I just played rook g4, attacking the pawns. I took, and now up to pawns. You know, there's nothing you can really do, and after a few moves, he uh, he resigned here because I'm threatening. He doesn't have any more checks because if he checks, I just promote to the queen, and yeah, this is how the game went. So came out on top in a very very difficult game. I just had a very big advantage right from move like 10 or 11, and I wasn't really able to convert it that cleanly. My technique was very poor, but we managed to come out on top, and I kind of won. I think I won like about like 21 points from the old tournament, so it was a nice turn. It went well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks once again to me for giving me the game that I lost. And next we're gonna start covering the games from Lesser Chess Open, which, a bit of a spoiler, it was my best tournament so far that I've ever played. Best results and just insane games that I'm gonna show you guys. And yeah, we'll start with that tournament next video. Thanks for watching once again. Make sure to like, comment what you thought about this game, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.